Alright, and we're back here for another episode of Skyblock Island Hardcore, episode 2. Gonna finish up the monster spawner, and once we start collecting resources, we're gonna be getting a boatload of them. Gonna make the spawner is got a big hole in the middle to drop out. Didn't use any water, just letting them wander off. It might decrease production a little bit, but I think it's fine because it's going to be running, all day and all night. So putting a roof on it, two blocks high, so the Endermen don't spawn in there. They will, of course, be able to spawn on top, but I don't want to have to deal with them that much. So, and should be enough darkness in here once it's covered up to begin the especially the bones from the skeletons. Those are huge in this little challenge. And I ran out of blocks. Gonna have to go back, make some more. And as you can see here, we're about 25 blocks above the pad which they fall on. And between being able to grow trees with the bone meal and growing wheat, get us all of our food. We're back here, and we are going to be able to finish up. And as you can see, we are starting to get product. Hopefully the pad's lit up well enough. I'm still don't know what's going on with spiders. Spiders seem to still be able to float down sometimes, even from those high altitudes. And next I'm going to start building my the actual house that I'm going to live in. Actually, this front area is going to be a supply area. I'm going to move the eventually I'll move everything over to this wood house and use the grass as a garden area. It's going to have to be covered because, again, in the updates, snow is destroys everything, from torches to plants. And luckily we've only had one snowfall that interrupted, and so we're using up all of our wood here that we have, making it 5 deep. It's all the way across, and this front part's just going to be kind of there's going to be an overhang to it, but it's going to be open. It's not going to be any doors on it. Eventually I hope to generate enough cobblestone to and then I'll have to go through the process of cleaning up the stone so that I can make stone bricks. Got a little friend here. He's not wanting to fall off the pad, so I'm going to go ahead and I was going to make a bow anyway because I've been collecting some arrows. So I went ahead and made it. Just remind you that this is in hardcore, so if I fall off the edge, game over. Everything's done. As you can see, a ton of items. Whole bunch of stuff. It was a big process. I find that typically twice a day, once after dawn and then once right before evening, gives me my best amount of time. I know things disappear after 5 minutes, so there's going to be stuff that despawns that's sitting on there. But while you're still building, you don't have time to just stand there and babysit it. I'm moving the chests over, fill everything up, get it better organized. Having a double chest now that I'm collecting so many supplies. The gunpowder is probably the most worthless item in the Skyblock series. You don't have enough sand, I have a couple pieces of sand, not enough to even make one piece of TNT, and so the creepers are very useless. As you can see, got a melon that grew. Wheat, unassisted this time. And you have to repair your grounds, moving the bed over, spreading out my wheat field, making it a little bit bigger. And so things are just humming along pretty well. Happy with the way things are. Don't know if I'll have another episode of this, as I seem to be pretty happy with the way things are. There's not really a whole lot more to do, especially on the Pro. Things like making books, stuff like that, just aren't part of it because he didn't leave us with any reeds or sugar cane, however you want to call it, and no pumpkins. And so we got a melon farm, we got a wheat farm, we got a spawner giving us stuff. We can sustain ourselves. We're not going to die now as long as we don't fall off. We can actually build enough stone to enclose ourselves so we'll never even fall off. Collect enough spider webs, we can make wool paintings, things like that. So pretty much beaten the game at this point. I do like it. I find it to be a nice challenge. I look for stuff like this. I played another one which I didn't tape, called Solar Survival, where there's planets and you go from planet to planet. That one I did die a couple times. It wasn't a hardcore series because my monster spawner, the skeletons just kept shooting me off the side of one of the planetoids, and just kept. I think it happened 3-4 times before I got enough a wall built up. And so in this game, your day just goes through replanting trees and collecting goodies from the monster spawner. As you can see, monsters are part of the game. And I look forward. I saw the videos on the dragons that Notch is doing. My brain's just wandering from subject to subject, and the dragons, look awesome. So seem to be kind of stuck at about 475 subscribers. It's all right. I never expected anything to begin with, but I do have a special Clay Soldiers that's coming up, and I will be releasing that here before the weekend. And I just want to take this time to thank everyone who watches and comments. I like reading your comments, and I respond to them periodically. And thanks a lot. This has been Skyblock Survival. Thank you, and good night.